Facebook, YouTube, everybody. Many people are called, few answer. When you do answer, sounds a little something like this.
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is hate or debate.
Pulls off three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Wins the game at the buzzer! Oh my God! They know that! Are you kidding me?
The excitement is real. The statement before the show was real. Many people are called, few answer the call. Before we get into that, shout out to everybody that's out there watching the show. Shout out to T. What's going on with you, T? How you doing out there?
What's good? What's good? It's your resident female appointee. What's good,
Always,
everybody?
always lovely to have you in the building. And for the first time, live, my man, my partner, my guy that helped me get this show rocking. The man himself, BG4, over BG4 Sports, BG4 Productions, doing all kinds of work. The mastermind of so many different things. Shout out to you, man. What's going on with you, BG4? How you feeling today, brother?
I'm feeling all right. It was a good day. How about yourself?
Oh, man, great, man. Great, man. I'm feeling real good, man. I had a great day at church. I really did, man. It was love, man. And, having you on the show, having T on the show, man, I'm ready to kick things off, man. Y'all ready to get things started?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
All right. Well, I'm going to go into the little talk that I was saying first, and I'm going to keep it small. Many people are called, but few answer the call. I got a call this morning like 7 o'clock. And my brother don't call me that early in the morning for no reason. And I was rolling over in my sleep and being lazy. I called. What, did I call you back, bro?
Something
Or
like that.
did I catch you right before it hang up?
One of the two. I don't know. I'm getting old.
Right. But when I answered the phone, the man told me that a trade happened last night. Now, last night, I missed the call completely. At this morning, I can't say last night, 3:08 this morning, Boogie had sent me that right there from Instagram, but I completely missed it. But BG4 had hit me up with that news, and I hit him back, and I was like, wait a minute. Brother, I haven't been back to sleep since. He dropped that in my lap. He dropped that in my lap and was like, yeah, man, I ain't want to wake you up or nothing like that, man. I'm going to let you go ahead and get back to sleep. I haven't been back to sleep since. I haven't been back to sleep, man. It's been on my mind.
This is like, 14 hours later now.
Bro, I mean, I don't understand. My take on it is, bro, okay, we got a 25-year-old that's great. He's a little getting out of shape, and that's what the media says and all that. I don't read it and all of that. I want to see when he gets there, but I would have rather it had been a LeBron on that little mix like that instead of an AD, because he's 30, 31. I'm sorry. And he's balling this year and last year. We talked about it. Everybody that goes to the Olympics, when they win gold, they come back and they're a completely different player. It's like they're molded different. They have different goals set for themselves as well as their teams. And I just don't see where this makes sense for LA for them to make that deal. And also not just to send AD, but Max Christie along with him and the 2029 first round pick. Almost as if you're doing us a favor for this. Like I said, Luka is going to not get maxed because of this deal. AD is not going to get more money because he's good, and he's in a tax-free state in Dallas right now. So his contract from what he is in existence in that right there is even better for him. They won from the money. The companies won from the money. But to me, it seems like LA took the short end of the stick. My rant is over. T, I'm going to get to you first.
Okay, I was up when that hit, and I texted my brother myself. I said, because he a Laker fan. I said, what? Excuse me? I'm not sure who. There's so many variables to this, and then when you break it down and you get more into it, to realize that nobody knew, only the GMs were like, "There's a physical." I thought Luca was still hurt, so he ain't like. I'm trying to figure out where the logic in this is, but yeah, I'm just dumbfounded at the moment. I'm confused. I'm confused.
PG4, your take, man. I'm with you on
Um,
that too, T. You're not
kind of like
alone.
what she was saying with the GM information, a lot of information that's coming out about how this trade took place. A lot of people that are just in their feelings and casual or whatnot, they're going to want to point fingers and blame and this, that, and LeBron this and this, that, and the other. But it makes sense. There have been talks of his conditioning. It's not the first time I heard something about it. There have been talks of his conditioning for 2 or 3 seasons now. That's not any news. I think the news is that their concern about his conditioning was probably higher than what we may have considered it to be, considering how this trade went down. I believe that LeBron didn't know the trade was going to go down. I believe that it went down just how they said, like just out of the blue. The Mavericks called the Lakers, like, "Hey, we got Luka. What do you have? What are you willing to give up?" You know, we would have liked to see LeBron and AD swapped out and go ahead and send Bronny. And him and his daddy could still play together and see a Kyrie union, a Kyrie Irving reunion, which would have been a great story. I think that would have been an awesome story. But I understand what the Mavericks did. I believe this GM. We got to remember, Mark Cuban is not making the moves anymore. You got somebody else making the moves now. And this man said, he's 31, 32. He's on the back end of his prime, but he's what? A defender. He's a rim defender. And I believe that not only is he the best big, but just the fact that, hey, look, we still got Kyrie. We still got guys that can fill up the buckets, but look what we're getting defensively. We have an opportunity to not just possibly win now, but still put other pieces in place over the next few years and be competitive. And I understand what they did, and I understand why they did it. And I truly believe that the Lakers got that call, and the Lakers understand we're not winning nothing no time soon. It's not happening. May have made more sense to give up LeBron, maybe, but maybe they're looking at, hey, this is the LA Lakers. What's one thing Luka Doncic is going to do that AD could never do by himself? He's going to fill up the seats. It just is what it is. He's a European version of LeBron. That's why the trade doesn't make sense to us. Now you got 2 LeBrons on the team, playing style wise. That's why it doesn't make sense to us. But right now, the Lakers are like, hey, we can still fill up the seats. We're Lakers, a little showtime while we transition out of the LeBron era because it's coming. But we got a 25-year-old Luka who's just a prototype of LeBron. If we can get him in shape, that's a big if. We don't know how it's going to play out. But at the end of the day, the Lakers know where were we going, bro? Where were we going?
All right,
Seriously, where were we going? So for them, it's just like, hey, let's just make a move now. He's 25. Let's make a move now while we can make a move now. We'll figure this shit out later.
You got anything to say?
That's how I see it.
You got anything to say on that, T?
Piggyback off that makes me also think. So if that's the case, which it makes perfect sense, because like you said, Cuban is not calling shots. He gave up most of his shares to the Mavericks, so he's not calling the shots. If they made that trade, we all know, we've all seen Luka. Luka is he's built European for the like the European bigs from when they come over. If that is the case in the way they're putting it, so you have to think, is LeBron coming up to where they really think, okay, they're looking at him retiring, if not this year, I say give it 3 years. They're looking at him retiring. So so they're looking at him retiring.
Looking to see what they're gonna do with Bryce.
So can they like BG said, can they get Luka not only in shape, but can he stay healthy? And then they have that big, because they have 2 bigs. So you have Luka can play, be behind, kind of like how Staley brings up her bigs, Aaliyah came behind Asia, and Camilla came behind Aaliyah, so you got that backup big to kind of figure out how to build the rest of your pieces around if you're going to go into a rebuilding year, because you gotta have a centerpiece, and then you can do all the accessories. Does that make sense?
It does.
And think about this as well. They're going to win games. They're not going to win the championship, but they're too talented not to win games. Of course, one of them is going to have to play off the ball. I think Luka's probably the better shooter, even though LeBron's field goal percentage is higher, but we know this because he's more of a penetrator. But Luka probably can play off the ball more. They're both double digit assist threats, you know. So there's an opportunity there to win games. The top 3-point shooters on the team are their power forwards, are they big? It's not even a guard. So that tells you that they penetrate and they kick it out to the bigs who are able to shoot. And let's not overhype AD's 3-point percentage. It's third lowest on the team before he got traded. So it's not like we're missing his perimeter shooting at all. It's very overhyped. It's very overhyped. Which is why we wanted him on the block and not playing the 4. But that's what he's going to be playing in Dallas. He's going to be playing the 4, which is what he wants. So we'll see how that works out.
And then Luka does have that 15-footer. He does have that 15-foot shot. So that
has it. Too. He has it.
I'm gonna say
this. Can't do nothing with it.
I'm gonna say this right here. They talk about the conditioning and everything of Luka. I've seen Vlade Divac have a long career. I've seen Arvydas Sabonis have a long career. I've seen everybody, you know what I mean? All these guys from overseas have great careers. They've been drinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, they've been drinking since they can see over the bar. Remember, their rules are different. They're made different over there. You know what I mean? Luka's been doing this since what, 15?
Do you remember what he said when he came in the league as a rookie and they still have not been able to stop him? He said this is easier than international play. And he has proved that. Every year he's gotten better every year offensively. Yeah, so he's not the best defensively, but I'm slow, I'm white, and y'all can't stop me. This game is easy.
You can't do nothing with it.
You can't do nothing with it. You know.
So, remember All-Star game last year, he proved that. When you see him if you watch the All-Star game last year, everybody was saying because he looked slower on the court, but like
he can ball.
He
can ball. The boy can ball. Offensively, he can ball.
I say all that to say this. If you put him in the situation with LeBron, right? And how they said the narrative, LeBron didn't know. And I'll agree with you when you said, you know, you said, Ben, BG4, you said that LeBron didn't know about it or anything like that. It was the middle of the night. And anybody can paint it.
Anybody in this particular scenario, I can believe that.
I'll say this, and I'm going out there. You know me. If my sound effects was ready, I'll be hitting them right now for the yes. Because no, man, no. I believe somebody knew about that right there. Rich Paul is an agent. He's not just AD's agent. He's LeBron's agent.
Mm-hmm.
Every time LeBron did anything in LA, if you looked at AD's face, he like blatantly open on the camera. Look what I did. I got us the bubble ring, which y'all put the asterisk beside and gave LeBron the MVP when I put that work in that whole season and brought that title to LA, which you put the bubble because LeBron's name is tied to it, not the work that I did for it. I remember that man hitting that 3 where they would have went home in that series and said Kobe at the end of that. That's what I remember from it. You put LeBron, you put AD. The reason I'm so mad on this take right here, I know if LeBron didn't ask for it, I didn't say, and I'm not putting this on him because like I said, I'm not going in on LeBron this season on no hateful type thing. But you can't tell me he didn't know about it. They probably reported the truth and said he was at dinner and that's when he heard about it. He was probably at dinner and they was like, yo, what you think? AD for Luka and Maxey. You know, Maxey coming up. He messing with your stats. If we get Luka, he like to shoot. You can go for that assist title now. We know you can't score and stuff like how you do. You can go ahead and get that assist title. You can let them know that you done did everything else. You got the points. Now you can just pass it free. We don't got no defense on our team. Everything is a shot. All you have now is scorers. You got Austin Reeves. You got who I like to call what's my boy? Often Connect. Instead of Dalton Connect, I call him Often Connect. You got Rui still. And I don't know if Rui's gonna go with that other player for that center that they was trying to get from Orlando, was it, BG?
I don't know, but I mean, Dorian Finney-Smith and Rui are the top 3-point percentage shooters on the team.
Mhm.
Dorian, I believe, came in the Russell trade. He was averaging 10 and 4 in New Jersey. He's averaging 6 and 2 for
Mhm.
LA. What is he there for? Did that trade really work out for LA?
Nope.
You know what? You know how it works out if you're really trying to rebuild. If you really don't care anymore, because he's
At this
not
point,
doing
that may
it.
be the only
At this
thing they
point,
can
he's
do
not
is rebuild.
right. So, like, yeah, okay, bye, AD. Bye. You know,
So what?
yeah,
Before,
yeah.
because
LeBron's gonna be
I'm
here for
trying to
a
get
few years.
Boogie in right now. I'm trying to get Boogie in now. But tell me, what do you
Luka
think
will be what? When
overall?
LeBron sits down, like she said, 2 to 3 years max. Luka will be 28. If like she said, if he stays healthy, he'll technically be in his sports prime at 28. I mean, I can see why it happened. Even if it was last minute, just like they said, I can still see why it happened. Like what else was going to drop in their lap at this stage of this season? Nothing.
Mm-mm.
Nothing. Yeah, to everybody else, it may not make sense this season, but maybe it makes sense for the future. Time will tell.
You
And
know
then
what
if
I
you
think?
think about it, if they're rebuilding, if you look at what's coming out of the NCAA in the next couple of years, like you got Cooper
Yeah,
Flag probably coming
I
out
just about
next
to
year.
say
You got it,
if they can find a way to slide Coop down there in Lake Jersey, that'd be nice.
Do
you
you know what
know,
I think
and
is going to happen? While I started with the conspiracy, I'm gonna try to end this segment with the conspiracy. I think Boogie is on the way to the page right now. He just hit me back in, but I think, remember, AD asked for help and he got out of there. LeBron always asks for help. Remember where he went? Because we're not gonna give him no statue in Los Angeles. We're not giving him no statue.
I don't
But
know what Los Angeles.
you know who will give him a statue that don't even look like him? and who trying to get
Miami,
rid of and who trying to
Miami,
get rid of Butler? We'll
Miami.
give you
Miami.
we will give you LeBron and his son for Jimmy Buckets.
That's who they
That's
wanted.
what, you know what I'm saying? And that's
But
gonna
I mean,
go
they
in
wanted him. They wanted him with LeBron. AD would have went to Miami if that deal would have came. They would have
well,
swapped him to Miami too for Jimmy Butler.
but think about it. It's not too late. You know what I mean? It's not too late. It's
They're
not too
not. They're
late.
not trading LeBron. It's
I'm
not gonna
keeping
happen.
hope. Hold up,
And
hold up,
then
hold up,
that trade still wouldn't make sense. Jimmy Butler and Luka, what they gonna do?
hold
Yeah,
up.
Jimmy paid a little D, but what's some other pieces gonna do?
Boogie, welcome to the show. We ain't here live. You already know T. We in here with BG4 for the first time, man. The man that motivated me to start the show in the first place, the man that kept on me to do it. Go ahead and give your take because we just was finishing our takes onto the Luka and the AD trade. Let me hear what you got to say about it.
Yo, first and foremost, top of the evening, good people. Yo, what's goody?
Hello.
Uh, yeah, all right. Now let's dive into it. Listen. I stayed up a little late last night. When I first heard this news break, I was shell shocked because I was like, nah, this can't be life, right? And then as I got to going through social media, like it was surreal. So let's just cut it down. Let's dice it down. Let's slice it, right? Um, Dallas is going to get the immediate, satisfaction. I think they can have an opportunity to go back to the conference finals this year. I think in the long run, the Lakers is the one that pulled off the heist because you got somebody that's going to arguably carry your franchise for the next 10 years. So yeah, that's where I was at, man. And, me and you we was hanging out together all day today. So you know what I'm saying? We've been getting like just tapping in just to hear what everybody's saying out there in the world. But it's definitely got to be the biggest trade of all time in my lifetime that I've seen. Like, yeah.
They said the trades that is comparison to this and the shock value was when LeBron went to Miami, when KD went to the Warriors, and now AD going to Dallas Mavericks.
Well, see
What-
that's the thing though. But
Those
those
weren't
weren't
trades.
trades. Those wasn't trades. Those was free agent acquisitions.
Right.
Yeah.
This
They
is
was just saying
this
they was
was a
just
straight up. This is a straight up trade. Before we got, I think we got 5 or 4 more days of the trade deadline, and this is you going star for star.
now Boogie. We was talking earlier. Do you think? Because we was just ending this take, and I was saying about how the AD was asking for help or asking to get a big out there like that, and he's gone. LeBron like to ask for help, and I was saying he got a statue coming somewhere, but it's not in LA. It might be have a Thanos chin on his too. Not one, not two, not
Not
three,
Thanos, man.
not four.
I
We
don't
could
need
get
to
him
see no more nasty work. I don't want to see no more nasty work.
It's coming.
nasty, crazy work is coming. You heard BG4 is coming, man.
It's
It's on the
coming.
way right now, man.
After seeing that D Wade statue, I just had to revisit that.
The
I had
Tatum,
to revisit that because we moved too fast past that. And D
As
Wade
a
is one of those great ones, but that statue is nasty work.
as the mom of an artist, I want to know who was the artist that was commissioned on that because I got some questions.
Who's
they
the
got
team?
pictures of him with the picture with it while
Yeah.
it was making it. He was
Mm.
like smiling, like yeah, it's on the way. But after it was over, he probably he took the picture. He was like, "Yo, that's nice, but y'all gotta fix that. That's like the chin. Y'all went too far in on the expressions. That's not what it is." They was like, "Yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got you." They didn't care to fix it, Boogie. They ain't care to fix it, BG. They yared them on out the building, and they put that in metal. I was mad at the Kobe statue because the neck and stuff a little bit. It was a little pointy-ish. I ain't say nothing because it's Kobe. He not here anymore. God bless him, RIP. But when I saw that Dwayne Wade and him and his son, how they was clowning it, and he was like, "Yo, who is that guy?" He said that in front of the world, in front of his statue reveal, man. Come on, man. We're not doing this right here. But I say all that to say that's where LeBron will be. If he speak out of turn, you getting your statue out there beside Wade's, and we will take buckets.
Jimmy Buckets.
Because he can let Luka do his thing. He can fight people if he want to. He'll be all right.
No, we don't
How
need
many
that.
buckets that you got? What y'all got to say about that? Let's pass that around the room. I know it's a hypothetical, but what y'all got to say about that?
It'll get Jimmy out of Miami, which is what he want anyway. So I mean, hey, I don't
Right,
see
we
why
talked about
not.
that the other night. Yep, we talked about that the other night, right?
Because the other thing about it is with Jimmy is playing on the way. Who was it? Kevin Durant was talking about that earlier about how the players went to bat to get certain things done, and the way Jimmy's acting, they can reverse all of the things that they was trying to get done. So why not just give in to the man and let him out of let him go to Miami with Luca? I mean, not Miami. Let him go to LA with Luca. I
Right.
mean, the two of them can do whatever they want to do. They got to rebuild anyway.
BG4, the random guy. What you got to say about that, man?
I don't believe it's gonna happen.
No, 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 no. We can't do that. We just going off the hypothetical if it was to.
Oh, Butler and Luca.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got a rim runner, you still need a rim runner. Somebody got to be on that rim.
Okay.
You ain't got to be an all-star, but somebody need to get you 10, 11 rebounds and about 2 blocks a game. You ain't gonna win nothing. I don't care. You ain't gonna win it.
Right.
You gotta have somebody. They might be the unheralded hero, but you gotta have somebody around that room.
What about you, Boogie? What you think about that?
I mean, if they was to do that, the hypothetically part, yeah, they have to make another move with it. Either way, they still gonna have to make another move. Like,
Be enough.
I think, yeah, like you're gonna see fluctuation in the minutes as far as Dalton Kincaid, he's gonna get a little bit more run. Jackson Hayes, he's gonna get some run. But I still need I like to see one more part, man. So if you're able to call Orlando, if you're able to call, maybe even you're able to call the Pacers and get a Miles Turner. You're gonna need something that's going supplement for what AD was able to bring on the defensive side.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Hmm.
And that before we segue into the next part of the show, I'd like to take the time right now to give a shout out to our sponsors. First, Planet Vapor for all your vaping needs. 12 different locations in the lovely state of South Carolina. It's going to be 11. They're shutting down the Florence location because it's a overflux, overload, over everything of vapor shops down there. That's all it is. But can't get to any of those locations, you can always go to them online at www.planet.vapor.com for all your vaping needs. Boog, you gonna run down one for me, brother?
Hey, yo, shout out to my boy Fury Bro Studios, man. Tap into my boy, yo, the legend, South Carolina's own, Lugo's own. You know what I'm saying? Blind Fury for all of your recording needs, man. If you need any production, beats, you need any help, collaboration, man, that is the guy to tap into, man. Follow him on all social media platforms.
Definitely, and last but certainly not least, shout out to Rock Bottom Studios. We was talking to him today, and we will be bringing our Sunday shows from here on out from the Rock Bottom Studios podcast room. Everybody, y'all got to show love for that right there. We're moving, we're growing. The Head of the Debate show, we're doing what we have to do to get this thing going, man. And now that we got everybody out of the way, we got us a comment. And his mom, you see it. She couldn't wait, Boogie. I told you she
Yeah,
couldn't wait. She said,
yeah,
did you see Fox went to the Spurs?
I
Zach
just seen it.
Sacramento.
I,
So
yep.
before we go into anything else, everybody, let's go around the room with that right there. Boogie, you can go ahead and start it. T, you can go next, and Ben, you can go last. What do y'all think about that right there, man? And Ma, you can type your answer in down there, how you feel about that, and we'll make sure we post that on the screen. And make sure you put your take on to the AD trade. Because I what you put on there, I showed Shy up there earlier today. Boogie saw that, his sisters, his lady, all of them, they saw that and they was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. We saw it. But put that down there in the comments. We're gonna put that up there. Boogie, we starting with you right now. What you see? How you feel
Hey,
about that
hey,
trade?
first of all, like, hey, I kind of I like it. I like this for the Spurs, man. I like nothing against Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? Pete, point guard is point guard, and what he's been able to do in this league for many years is phenomenal. But let's get straight to it. Hey, man, that's a nice piece to add over there to that young San Antonio team, man. You need a veteran guy like that. That's and I think he's going to buy right into that system instantly. He comes from under that umbrella of John Calipari. So, like, you know what I mean? He's a system type of guy. I think he'll fit real good with Wemby. You know what I'm saying? All them little young pieces, Stephen Castle, um, Devin Vassell. Like, yo, they got a lot of little young talent over there, and they can learn a lot from that guy right there, man.
I agree with you on it. And before we go to T, I'm gonna just route off of you real quick. When you said that him and the Chris Paul thing, my whole thing about it is you got to double team De'Aaron Fox. You can't guard Wemby. He's the point guard they need. They're both young. He's great. He's experienced. He'll do his thing. He's a shorter version of John Morant. Hold on. And Ma Dukes answered it. She said on the thing about the trade, no comments, not at all. She said, still, man, we can see a future as age is concerned. So y'all see that. That's Mom Dukes right there, putting her 2 cents in.
Mama Reed.
For real, man. I wouldn't be a Laker if it wasn't for her, man. But T, go ahead. Let's get your take on that De'Aaron Fox trade, man.
I agree with Bug because when you have a young team like that, you have everybody who can buy into the program. I think for Wimby, I think it's a good situation simply because it doesn't put all the pressure on him. It takes some of the pressure off of him and allows him to be able to utilize some of the other pieces in a way that's going to give the Spurs, bring the Spurs back to um, that David Robinson, back to that stage when they had that big in the middle, and they had those pieces around them that when they went on those runs. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yep. BG4.
That's
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know if it was finished. I'm sorry,
you know what
T.
I'm saying. I was gonna say that's my take on it.
Okay. What about you, BG?
Yeah, agree with everything that's previously said. I come with a little different aspect of it. I don't want to be redundant. I think, and that may be reaching a little bit, this possibly could be the most exciting team in San Antonio Spurs history. Potentially starting next season once them boys get some time together, go through this, possibly squeak into the playoffs and get a little run before they get their heads knocked off by somebody with more experience, deeper squad. Depending on what they do in a draft and in the offseason, I think sort of like what she was saying, not even just some nostalgia with some of these older teams, but like this new generation of players like Fox and Wemby together, man. Listen. What is Fox? He might be around Luka age, but he's not. He hadn't hit his prime yet. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of that market got a potential to grow with those guys there from a business standpoint. Wemby by himself already was doing that. But now you put this, like you said, Chris Paul was nice for veteran leadership and some mentorship. But now you're talking about a guy that can really grow with the team. That's been in the league a little bit. There's been in some wars because they did a little damage in the playoffs last year before they got knocked off. He's got a little experience. He's got some veteran things he can bring to the table. But his playing style, like Boogie said, he already knows about how to fit in with the system. You know, everybody in Calipari, those are 5-star players that know how to get it done with other premier players. I think it's going to be great. I think they're going to have a lot of success sooner than later. I think they will. I think they'll go on a nice little run right before playoff time, squeak in, possibly squeak into the second round, and then get their head knocked off. I like it. I love it. I feel bad for poor Zach LaVine. He's I don't know, man. I don't know. Zach LaVine will be a great second or third option on the right squad, but I don't know if it's going to ever happen for him, man. I don't know. I don't think it's Sacramento. I think old boy looking to already get out because he knew Fox was getting traded. DeMar DeRozan. Yeah, I think he's going to already be looking to get out of Sacramento.
I forgot about that part of the trade. We didn't even, because we just got so focused on Foxy, man. But Levine and DeMar DeRozan they're gonna team back up because you know that and now that I'm starting to think about that, I'm a little bit I don't want to see that because
What's gonna hurt them? They still
this
needed a
is
point
really the
guard.
same thing. This is really the same team we already seen. You seen DeMar, you seen Zach, and then you seen a
And
big
with
stretch four.
a European big.
Like,
We've seen it already. We've seen it already. We have. Exact same thing. Instead of Vucevic whatever, they got Sabonis. We done seen it already.
I just had to think about that, Ben.
I would like to see that Sacramento team with Fox and Zach LaVine and could have kept Fox. Then you was talking about something. But I got to see what they got running the point.
People are running away with heist these last days. They running away with a heist. All day we've been seeing heist out here. Yeah, it's been the trades are crazy, but somebody's getting
it. And who was the third team in that trade? Who was it? Utah?
The Bulls.
In the Sacramento trade? Oh yeah, with the Dallas trade. That's right. Yeah, right. The Bulls. There was a third team with the Laker trade, right? Well, that might have been the Jazz. I think
that was the Jazz in that Laker joint. Yeah, that was the Jazz in that Laker joint.
All right, so today, or not today, was it yesterday or today? Number 22 will never be worn by any other player in the state of South Carolina, which is well deserved, well earned, and it was humbly accepted, represented. Don Staley, the family, the welcoming, everything was love. I saw it. I watched it with Boogie today. What do y'all feel about Asia Wilson jersey being retired? Even we're not going to talk about the weight, because I'm with Don on that. We went by the books. She did that. People said it should have been sooner, and it could have been, but we not on that. It's well deserved. It's well earned. It's hanging from that banner right now. What do y'all think? Asia Wilson, number 22, never be worn again in South Carolina. What you feel about that? We gonna start from you, Boogie.
No, start with T. Let's start with Miss T. Miss
Yeah,
T,
yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
for the
ahead,
ladies.
Miss T, because I can't.
Let's
I see Miss T was
look.
ready.
She
Miss T
pumping too.
ready.
She pump. You see her. She pump. Let's go, T.
We got, let's see, we talking Miss National Champion, Miss Player of the Year, Miss, well, two-time player, Miss WNBA MVP player of MVP for the WNBA, Defensive Player of the Year for the WNBA, back-to-back champion, uh, best-selling author, a woman who, oh, Frank told you, let everybody know she had this selection, which that could have deterred her way wrong. This was well earned, well deserved, and well appreciated, not only by the fans, by the school, but by Asia herself. Like there could have been, I thought the statue was an amazing thing, but to see and hear the love that not only that she has for the 803, but the love that you know the CLA and the Gamecock Nation show her, and that she shows them back. Like when she brought the Aces to play their exhibition game here. Not everybody. You don't have to do that. So for her to have this moment is just uh, is amazing to me, and I think it meant so much to everybody to be able to see it and to do it on 2-2. You know, whatnot, and to hear her speech and just how she loved her relationship with Dawn Staley, I think is amazing because I don't think to have a coach that believes in you to that degree, who you can still have a relationship well after you left school and you
Right.
can come back home and still be. That's just.
Right.
I, I'm gonna
Even
stop
to
right there
this
because, like I
day.
said, I could go on for days, but
Oh
that to
no,
me,
you good. You good. But like you say, even
it,
to this
it
day, for
was
them to have
beautiful.
that relationship, that's great. And the day 2-2, I didn't even, you know what I mean, pay too much attention, but they've been doing that like how they did last year with Kobe and Gigi with their thing with the last year being 24. You know what I mean? I love the way they're doing that and getting their dedications off. And that's all I got to say with that before we go ahead and get to Shy. I mean Boogie or BG4. Which one of y'all want to go ahead and go first on this one right here? I'm gonna
It
leave that
don't
up to
matter.
y'all.
I really don't have too much to say on that. I mean, it's well deserved. It didn't matter if it happened a few years ago, if it happened a few years later, because she's still playing. That's the only reason I say that. You could have still waited a few years, see how many more accomplishments she piles on top of what she's already done. But either way, I mean, it's deserved. You look at what we've had come out of South Carolina basketball wise. We've had a few names, the McDaniels, the Englishes, and whatnot, the O'Neills. But what she's accomplished as a basketball player from South Carolina, yeah, to make that decision at any stage of her career, upon like you said, all these different accolades with Olympic champion, all these different accolades, is deserved. It is what it is, male or female. Don't you dare put that number on. You don't deserve it.
Would you
Nope.
call her to go? Would you call her to go to the Met?
To go
Yes.
to the state. To go to the state.
Right.
I don't
Well,
have
you
a
know
problem
where.
with that. Look at the accomplishments. Look at
I'm
the
sorry. I'm
accomplishments.
sorry.
Look
No,
at the
look,
accomplishment, and she's
look,
still in
look,
her
right.
prime, and she's still doing it,
Look,
and she's still beasted in the midst of all this Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese stuff. She still handled the business. I mean,
look,
she's
BG.
the
You're right.
best.
Look,
She's
you're
the
right.
best.
No, but look, this is
Yeah,
this is what I was saying. This is why I
she's
wasn't
probably,
saying
she's
this.
probably right now the most solid MVP out of both leagues right now, male or female.
And look, you're right.
Right now,
And
she's
look,
on a good run.
this is why I asked this question. Is she to go to the Met because that's where she has her jersey retired? That's where it started. Remember, she didn't go outside and no. She went to Heathwood.
Mm-hmm.
She is here in Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
And now she got her jersey retired. She got a statue out of the Alex Englishes, the Ronaldo Baltmans, all of these guys that came out of South Carolina. Is she to go to the Met? Let me ask you that before I let Boogie get his take on it.
I say it again. She's the GOAT of the state of South Carolina as far as basketball.
So that's yep. So that's a yes
You
too.
got some up
And
and comers that might change that in another 10 or 15 years, but for now, it's Asia Wilson.
that's true.
Yeah,
Hold on.
today cemented that.
And before you go on with yours, Boogie, my mom Dukes chimed in and said, "Not a SC fan, but kudos to Asia. She did that." And you already know where she, like we was talking the other night. You know, Mom Dukes is a UConn fan, but she do watch the game. She have y'all's niece out here watching those games like that too, and be telling her what she needs to know. And also shout out to Joseph Larry Irvin III. He said the Lakers about to suck. He's talking about the Luka and the AD trade. Hey, bro, I see it for a while, but I see those seats being filled up. I don't know. And you on the page that my mom is.
They gonna get
Sunday's ruined. Yeah, Sunday's ruined. Boogie,
yeah.
the floor is yours right now, Bugs.
Man, listen, shout out to, you know what I'm saying, the Metro. Shout out to Columbia for showing up and showing out for 2-2 on 2-2. Listen, like, you know what I'm saying? Asia is such a classy young lady, man. Like, for real, for real. She chose the harder thing to do because she had plenty of offers. She went to a program and did it her way, as you know what I'm saying, as that Frank Sinatra song is that we like to sing in New York, you know what I'm saying? We do it my way. So she did it her way in South Carolina, man, and she's done nothing but win at the highest levels. She won a national championship. She went over and got an Olympic championship. She was the best in college basketball. She been the best in the WNBA, you know what I'm saying? 3 times over. She was one to set the bar. She won the defensive player of the year and MVP and a championship in the same year. So you know what I'm saying? Like she keeps setting the bar, man. And I just was just really, even when we were sitting back watching it, bro, I was just taken aback about just how much the state loves the young lady as well, man. You know what I mean? She gives us something to be proud about. You know what I'm saying? In South Carolina, the Gamecock sports, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have some tough years. But one thing about that young lady, when she stepped foot through that door, she changed it. She changed it, bro. And that's why we in this phase now, you know what I'm saying? Not only, you know what I'm saying, did Dawn take a chance on her, but she took a chance on Dawn too. And so now you got a lot of young ladies that be like, all right, listen, we watched one of the best to ever do it. And that's
And
how
still
you build a program to be along the lines of the old Tennessees, the Pat Summons, the Yukons, the Genos. You know what I'm saying? That's how you build a program up. The Kim Balky when she was at Bella, now she's at LSU. Like, yo, like that's how you build a program. It all starts with making sure that you get that one, you know what I mean, culture changer. Because when Kim Walker was over there with Brittany Grinder, that was a culture changer. Like we was like, yo, we seen a lot of great, you know what I'm saying, big man slash big woman, you know what I'm saying, that played the 4 and the 5 in the league. But we ain't never seen somebody like a Brittany Grinder. We was like, yo, we seen that. We was like, all right. Because we
that's
seen a Lisa Lesson. We seen a Rebecca Lobo. You know what I'm saying? We seen that Candace Parkers of the world. You know what I mean? So, but shout out to her, man. Definitely well deserved, man. You know what I mean? I like it was crazy because even with watching it on the video, you still felt like you was in the building. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to them, man.
all right. So before we get out of here, we got a Super Bowl going up, and before we do our picks, we're gonna do a hit for hit. And I got three of y'all in the building. So I'm going to go with the Eagles for the team that I'm going to get y'all to do the hit for hit. T, Ben, y'all hadn't been able to do this. Well, BG4, I'm sorry. Y'all hadn't been able to do the hit for hit yet. The hit for hit is the Eagles is the team. You name any player. You can say Randall Cunningham. You can name coaches, anybody. You can't say and you can't take more than 3 seconds. All right. And since it's y'all, you doing the best out of 3 for these right here for the win. You down, Ben?
I guess I see what's happening with this.
Boogie, you with it?
Let's get it.
All right, we with the Eagles. It's gonna go around the room. We're gonna go Boogie. We're gonna go T. We're gonna go BG4. I'm not in it. I'm just here to judge it. Y'all, the time starts right now, Boogie.
Oh, for like this name. Oh, all right. Hold
The
on. My bad.
Eagles, you know.
Eagles. I got you. Reggie White.
Michael Vick.
Donovan McNabb.
LaShawn McCoy.
You hit the
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's that round. You
Ah,
lost that round. Lost that round. Okay. So y'all
ah.
two. Y'all two. Now we got the best out of these two with y'all right here. Okay.
Oh
All right.
Lord.
That y'all see how it is. The it come
okay.
quick. You even see how it is. All right. Eagles right now. T is on you. Then it's on you, Ben. Let's go.
Jalen Hurts.
Terrell Owens.
Devontae Adams.
Zach Ertz.
Saquon Barkley.
AJ Brown.
Jake Elliott.
LaShawn McCoy.
Oh!
Oh, there we got us a winner. Look at him. He in there. Look at he threw it up. He threw it up.
BG4. All right.
Oh, mad love to you, bro. Mad
Oh!
love to the game.
I hate I
Now,
know that many Philly players.
hey,
I
like
hate
I
it.
said, I just tried to throw it out there, and a neutral team, a neutral site, one of the teams that we care about. Right now, before we get out of here, I'm gonna go around the room and I'm gonna go ahead and get mine out the way first. I am going for the Eagles, but I think. Wait a minute. Let's get these chats out the way first before I go ahead and do it and let the suspense build. Joseph said the Lakers about to suck.
I
He
saw that
also
one.
said McNabb, Vic, T.O., Shady, Saquon. He was naming them. He was running through them. Jason Kelsey, he was doing this. He was doing it. See, you should have followed that link so you could have got in on there, man. Joseph, you should have followed that link and you could have got in
That's
on it.
that's my co-commissioner for my fantasy football league. So
Damn right. That's what's up, bro. We love to have we appreciate you watching. We love to have you anytime. You're always welcome, especially when we're doing those hit for hits, man. We had a great time with it. Now, like I was saying, I want the Eagles to win. I think they have the better team. The 49ers did last year too. But as long as you leave time on the clock and it's only a one score possession, I'm going with Andy Reid. You give me the fourth quarter, 8 minutes left, and let me know how much points the spread is, and I'll be able to tell you. Outside of that, I can't say it. I can only say who I want to win, the Eagles, and who I think would win if the time was left on the clock, the Kansas City Chiefs, man. The floor is on whoever want to run they take out next, man. I'm not even calling anybody else next. Whoever want to step up to the plate, go ahead and get your take on that right there, right now.
I'll go ahead and get mine out the way. Yeah, we know the cheating and the Kansas City cheats and all that, this, that, and the other. I'm not for or against that. I've heard both sides of the arguments.
Just man ain't gonna like that now.
I mean, it is a fact. It is a fact that they are one of the top 3 most penalized teams in the NFL. That's a fact. So we can't say that the refs aren't calling anything. But we have these moments where that are questionable and they tend to go in the Chiefs' favor more often than not. With that being said, at the end of the day, if you don't like it, you got to beat them. You can't put yourselves in those positions for those calls. They have a good enough team to be in the position that they get to year in and year out. This is what it is. If you don't like it, beat them. Beat the shit out of them. Stop having these close games with the Chiefs because you got those 2 factors. You got the refs and you got Andy Reid and Mahomes, which is a hell of a combination. It is what it is. So I picked the Chiefs before the season because they're the Chiefs. Nothing football related. I just feel they were going back. They're back. I'm just picking the Chiefs. Nothing against the Eagles. I do feel that they're the better, deeper squad this season, as much as I hate to say that. but somehow I feel like the Chiefs are getting ready to three-peat. Could be
I'm
wrong.
not mad at
Don't
you.
know. I don't have any statistics or anything football related. That's just my gut. The Chiefs, so far they proved me right. They're back in the Super Bowl. I think they're gonna prove me right again and find a way to pull it off.
I'm not mad at you on that. And before we get to your take on this, T, Joseph in the chat, you see it. He said, "Fly Philly, fly." That's his take on there. Hey, Joseph, we ain't mad at you at all. Like I said, I want them to win. I'm a Philly fan, man. It goes back to the Madden days where I used to make people have to sing the Fox Sports song before they played me because I was lit like that with them boys out there. That's another story. T, go ahead and run it down.
I'm going. I'm not a fan of either team. I'm a 49er girly, but if I had to take my pick, I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I'm gonna stay with the NFC. I'm gonna stay with my conference. I would prefer the Eagles. I think they do have a better overall, squad as far as a full. They have a full team. However, I think, like you said, it's gonna come down to the fourth quarter. It's gonna come down to the last 5 minutes of the game, and whoever has possession of the ball. And if Kansas City has possession of the ball, and if that point spread is not more than 10 points,
Yeah.
Kansas City will pull it
Yeah,
out. But
the Eagles are gonna have to put their foot all the way up Kansas City, in my
all
opinion.
the way up.
I don't see it. You within 10 points with the fourth quarter. I don't trust it. I agree. I don't trust it at all. You're gonna have to do it. You have to do to them what you did to Washington.
Exactly. They're gonna have to do it. Exactly.
You're gonna have to. You got to start early and you can't let up.
Go ahead, Boogie. Preach to the church, Boogie.
Hey, listen, I'm sitting back and I'm listening to everybody's analyzations, and I'm like, you know what? I agree. Everything y'all saying is legit. You know what I mean? Like for real, like for selfish reasons, I'm gonna go with the Bird game. You know what I mean? Because I want to see Saquon give him a chip, man. You know what I'm saying? So he could really just, you know what I'm saying? He could really just thumb it up there to them Giants fans. But no, on the other side, like what y'all saying as far as what Philly's gonna have to do, man, they gonna have to come out and hit them hard, and then hit them hard again, and then hit them hard again. Like you gotta don't what they can't do, don't leave it to the referees.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta outplay the referee situation, and that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like if it come down and it's 7 points or less, the Chiefs. I'm going with the Chiefs. If it come down 7 points or less,
Mm-hmm.
All right.
10 points or better, I'm going Philly.
Saquon 30 touches. Anything less, Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's
Honestly, we need
last game for a reason. Run them.
Yeah.
Run them.
We need that game that you set them out for breaking that record. We need at least 200 out of Saquon. He got to really the way you really beat the Chiefs is you do not let Pat Mahomes have the ball last. The same way you used to beat Tom Brady. You gotta keep the quarterback off the field. If you keep them off the field, then you know what I mean? Like you got a real puncher's chance. But if they get that rock in their hand,
they gotta run that ball. They got
And Philly defense is going to have to come. Philly defense is going to have to come correct because you're going to have to keep. You're going to have to do three. You have to do three and outs and keep them on. Like you said, keep them on field. You're going to have to or keep them back up to where they're going to have to punt the ball. You don't want to keep them to where they're going to be able to make it to field goal range. You want to keep them 3 and out or keep them where they got to punt it. That defense is going to have to come like playing lights out.
This is the one thing because we sent it around the room and I was waiting for it to come back like this. This is one thing nobody said. When was the last Eagles turnover? Anybody?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's been a while.
No.
It's been a while because Jalen, regardless of what you want to say about Jalen no turnover that ball like that.
This is what I'm saying, Boogie. They're on a record-winning streak right now. They have not turned over the ball this year in the playoffs, period. If they can play that kind of football, when they get to this game, if they play that, they won't be a 7-point up in this game. Because you have, like what we all said, we gave Mahomes his thing. We did do that. Because he is that scary guy. But who is that scary guy on the other side? And I got a question outside of this before we go. But who is that scary guy? It's Saquon.
Just Saquon.
We were humble with our answers. We were humble with our answers. Remember what he did all year with the records he could have broke? He sat on the bench.
He sat on the bench, sure did. Let the other guys beat.
This game, do you think he's going to reserve or hold anything back? Or do you think he's going to say, nah, I got another big run in me? Nobody on Kansas City defense is going to stop him from a big run. I promise you that. I promise you that. You can say what you want. They got a great offensive line, but they're not going to stop him from breaking one or two or three.
And it's the other thing about it, Pete. Like, you know what I mean? Joe Mixon, he ran for 5.8 yards. James Cook ran for 6.5 yards a carry. So, listen, no disrespect to either one of them guys. No disrespect to either one of them guys. But that 26 over there, out there in Philly, oh yeah, he different. He way different than them boys. And the line, and the offensive line he running behind, it's a lot different than those two lines he just faced through. So
remember that play they did where they faked the tush push and just threw the out pass on it and ran it. Come on, man. They doing things out here. They doing things, and I love it. And before we get out of here, I got one question. I know I said that was it, and we're gonna go for our predictions. But who do y'all think in this game is more important, just like the last one, out of Jalen Hurts and out of Saquon Barkley? And before y'all answer, I want y'all to keep in mind, Jalen Hurts has to play a fabulous quarterbacking game.
But he doesn't.
He has to keep up. Yeah, exactly.
He just has to continue what they haven't been doing and not turn the ball over.
There you go.
He does not have to have a fantastic game at all. Just don't turn the ball over.
And Saquon has to run
that thing off 20 to 25 times and dump it off another 5 times, and y'all will be just fine.
So let's go with it.
He get to try to be a hero, though.
So who do you think is more important in this game? We'll go ahead and let you start this, BG.
Out of those two?
Yep. Who's more important in this game?
It's Saquon. It's Saquon. It didn't even matter if it was Saquon. It's they start running back. Run the ball. It's a Super Bowl. Run the ball. I don't care if it wasn't Saquon. Run the ball. Run the ball and open the game up for Jalen Hurts. So he ain't got to turn the ball over. So he ain't got to play the hero. Not saying that he can't pull off a hero in the Super Bowl, but he don't need that type of pressure. Nobody does. Why? You got a team. That's what your team for. Play a role. Running back role is to open it up. And we know, just like what Boogie said, 26, a whole nother animal. That's not a regular running back over there. I loved him since Penn State. I'm glad he's healthy. That's the only reason I wouldn't mind Philly, for the same reason. Saquon deserves it.
The Nittany Lions. What about you, T? What you got to say on it?
I'm still trying to figure out how I'm still trying Saquon. I'm still trying to figure out how he hurdled my man that ain't pull a hamstring. But he's right. Like Boone said, 26 is a whole different beast, and 26 is going to be important for a number of reasons. One, because I'm like, I think he want to give a big old F you to the Giants. But two, if you, like BG said, run the ball, your running game, anybody can throw a bomb 50 yards. But if you got a good running game, now that you got the other team, they got to figure out how to. Okay, now we got to stop the run and stop the pass. If you let
he's a part of that pass game too.
Exactly. And if you let him run, then they're going to be so busy trying to run out Saquon that you can dump it off somebody else and let them run down. Because you open that run game up, like he said, Jalen don't have to play hero. They don't have to sit there and figure out how to, come up with these quarterback things or pass. You don't have to worry about it. You need to run the ball so Jalen don't have to turn. He don't get pressure to turn over because everybody's going to come playing like, playing 110%. Why? Because it's a Super Bowl. Everybody wants that ring. So if you limit the opportunities for turnover, you increase the opportunity for production.
Right.
I like that.
You gotta
Mouthful
say
right there. King. That's
who
a
you
mouthful. E.
got? Hurts or Saquon?
Who me?
Yeah.
Well, let me share some light. First of all, the last time we seen Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl, honestly, he had a hell of a game. Really,
It
like
wasn't
they
the Super
played
Bowl.
Kansas City, and if you remember that game, they went toe to toe.
Yep.
You could have closed your eyes and picked either quarterback, and you'd have been happy with the production that you got.
Yep.
But with that being said, yo, like we all like it is a consensus, bro. 26 is all about that. That's what they was missing in that game. They didn't have a consistent running back in that game the last time they met the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. With this right here, this is a no-brainer. This is one of those I don't care if you never played football or you never watched it. Hand the ball off to 26 and let him take you home to the promised land. And guess what? That's going to open up options for Jalen to run out the backfield as well. And you got two number one receivers over there. So like, and tight end
Tight
number
end.
one over there too. So you got a lot of options. That running game, once you get that running game going, that opens up everything on that offense. Everything on that offense. So yeah, that's the no brainer. 26 is the bigger, you know what I'm saying? The
All
most
right.
important piece in that game. What about you, Pete? What you was thinking?
Oh man, you already know what I was going with. I'm going with I gotta go against everybody because I know what it is with Saquon, but all his brilliance and everything that he does in that run pass option that they run, I think it's got to go on Jalen Hurts. He's got to play like he's never played, like you said. He's got to go back to no turnovers. He's got to go back to being that brilliant quarterback. He's got to deliver it. He's got to remember, they don't just do running plays. All of their stuff is based off the run pass option. And when
Facts.
he does a lot of his runs that's handed off to Saquon is him reading what that defense is given. He has to be what it is. And this is not taken away from Saquon in any way. And I say Hurts in just the sense of what the next thing and the last thing I was going to ask y'all before we got out of here. And I've been stretching it, but from books to brilliance. Everybody tried to make a big social media thing about it. AJ Brown reading books on the sideline. We saw what he did in the last few games. They could not stop the man. And we're talking about Saquon, we're talking about Hurts, but everybody is forgetting what AJ Brown is going to do in this Super Bowl. What do y'all think about that? Books to brilliance. Talk about it.
Mm,
I don't think it has
nice
nothing to
segue,
do.
sir.
I
Nice
think
segue.
going back to Saquon going to do his thing, and then it's opening up for the wide receivers. Like that's what I expect. Well, I don't care what you're reading. You should be playing ball when you got 26 in the backfield as a wide receiver. And I mean, he was balling before Saquon got there. So yeah, he should be in another stratosphere right now. Saquon is supposed to make everybody better. So you got this elite running back. He's a freak. You got this quarterback. He's potential top five. He had probably a good top five performance in that Super Bowl. But one of the things where he was shaky that season, let's be honest. He wasn't as solid that postseason as he is this postseason, which is why they probably looked over
Right.
how good his performance really was, minus the 2 turnovers they had. But you got Saquon is going to elevate everybody. So now he's not just elevating bums, he's elevating other elite players. These guys were elite before he got there. So of course, now, yeah. Whoever the other Devontae, he should be in another stratosphere. Jalen's supposed to be in the tight end. Everybody's supposed to be in the stratosphere because Saquon is not just phenomenal in the open field, he's phenomenal between the tackles. He's healthy. So he's opening it up for every freaking body that's not on that offensive line. I expect that. I don't care. This book's got nothing to do with that. That's just people that got nothing to talk about.
That's people that got too much time on their hands.
That's
And
what it is.
you ain't got
Nothing to do with it. He's doing what he's supposed to do
Nope.
as a highly paid professional athlete in the
So
Exactly.
playoffs.
you
Like
That's
my
what
say,
he's
daddy
supposed to
said,
do.
they had a
you say,
nickel in that quarter, so they just wanted to talk. They just wanted to talk and hear themselves
right,
talk.
hold on.
Let that
Hold
man
on,
do what
T.
he
So
want to do.
hold on, T. Hold
Okay.
on, T. So you say you're taking the whole thing on that is the books to brilliance, like what it is. They just trying to find a narrative out of what he's
That's it.
saying and what he's doing. All right, go
That's
ahead,
it.
T. Go ahead,
Yeah,
T.
they just trying to find a narrative. Let the play speak for itself. Like BG said, Saquon opens up everything else for everybody. It's like I said, when you get that run game, it opens that everything else up for everybody else. The receivers, the type. It opens that off. Your offensive game is endless at that point once you get that run game going. Get that run game going. Put it on the ground. Let him run. If he reading a book, what book's he reading? I want to know. He reading erotica? What he reading? Sports stats? What he reading? Let me know. Let me know.
They
Let's
listed
see.
it. They've been watching it, writing it down.
Because
They're
whatever
trying
he
to-
let
I
him
know
read what
the
he want to
first book
read.
they said shot to the top of the New York bestsellers list when they posted it.
Look, I'm
Back
an
door.
avid reader. Let him read what it. He's never stopped gaining knowledge. That's an educator at the moment there too. He a
You said,
counselor. But
you
look,
Yeah.
said,
let him read. Let him
shout
read
out
what
to
he want to
Joseph.
read. Let him read what he want to read. Because at the end of the day, it ain't gonna matter. What's gonna matter is what the production is on that field.
Yeah, if we catch them one day not reading, I think the production gonna still be there.
Boogie,
Exactly.
your,
It's gonna still
Boogie,
be
your
there.
take on it. Boogie, your take on the books to brilliance, man.
Man, listen. See, you know what? They want to read into the situation too much, right? I say that to say this, man. Y'all so worried about what he doing on the sideline. You need to be worrying about guarding that man because
Because they not doing that.
legit, legit, you
Boy, they
focusing on
definitely
the
not
wrong
doing that.
thing. Hey,
That
you focusing on like AJ a dog like that. And you see last game, yeah, hey, AJ ain't had no time for no books last game because he was out there working.
you slept all year.
Yo, so like
Y'all
he knew,
slept on talking.
and the thing about it is the real issue was AJ was just trying to look at the playoffs. He was like, yo, we had to play a Detroit Lions team, which was known for scoring a lot of points. Then we have to be ready. Our offense has to be ready to sustain that. But right now, yo, AJ, you good. Like, first of all, I ain't look. AJ gonna get his. I haven't seen this Kansas City team really put up a plethora of points this year. So as long as your defense, because the defense has been firing on all cylinders since like week 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? They listen. What I do love about Philly drafts very well. If you look at that defense, that defense been constructed off of straight draft picks.
Yeah, that's true. That's
They
100.
got they got a lot of them dogs from Georgia. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? They just got them two. They got 2 lockdown corners in the draft this year. Cooper
And they
Dean
got
and Mitchell. Mitchell was the other one. Like they just drafted them guys this year. They rookies. So
hey, Joseph said, shout out to the Philly Bulldogs. Keep your
back
mind
door,
sharp. He said, keep
back
your
door,
mind sharp. And one of his
back
main
door.
points was him reading books is dangerous. If he's reading books, what do you think he's doing on the field? Reading defenses.
I like that. I like that, Joseph. I
Joseph, you're
like that.
always welcome on the show. We're gonna bring you on this show anytime, man. We got to send you the
Thank
links.
you,
You get on here too, man.
thank you, Trey. Thank you, Trey, for watching. I love
Yeah,
you, boy. He love you.
he's definitely spitting facts out here, man. He's
Yeah.
definitely cooking. Go ahead, finish cooking, Shy. I'm sorry.
Nah, but hey, like we have said, it really all starts with that 26. That's gonna open that offense up, man. And listen, if you can hold Kansas City to threes rather than letting them get sevens, that also puts you in a good position as far as you being a Philadelphia Eagle. Because I think y'all could put sevens on them, boy. Like, you
That's
know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like you seen what that 26 do the first play of the game in Washington. The first play.
break it open.
And if you're a Madden fan, you like to play video games. That's one of them guys you go when you create a player. You want to create you a running back. That's what you create right there.
Catching
26.
the passes, the catching all that right there. Hell yeah, man. Yo, it's love, man. Definitely fabulous show. Definitely great to have BG4 on here with us.
Where my prize
TDT,
at?
Huh? We got we definitely look. We definitely got you with a gift bag coming from the one and only man. But before we get out in here, BG4, you the guest. Any shout outs? Run them down right now, brother.
Man, shout out to Woodfield. Shout out to the 803, the original area code, South Carolina. Shout out to Asia Wilson. Shit, fuck it. Shout out to Obama. I don't know. Miss you, dog. I miss you. But yeah, shout out to Beatman P. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Mike. Shout out to Earl Butler. He know who he is, Mr. Slim P, Cam, Buddy, the crew, Heartbreak Kings, Bobby Guida, Just Man. We getting ready to do some things with this music. Continue the legacy for the kids.
That's right. That's right. You already know. T, run them down for me, T.
So shout out to the Hater Debate crew. It's like I said, this is y'all. This has been great for me. I love it. And I appreciate y'all bringing me on. Shout out to my boy Trey, who's my co-commissioner from my fantasy football league for checking in and supporting. I appreciate that. And just shout out to what we about to do and things that's about to the future, because it's nothing but love and fun and just into everybody to everybody that you don't have to be special or whatnot. Just follow, like AJ said, follow your dreams and do what you do. And all the people watching Facebook, and if you got little girls and whatnot, tell them to come watch. Don't let them boys come get their sports knowledge up, and they can run around the table with the boys just like I do.
Get them, T. Let them know. I wish I had my effects running right now, because you'll get a Don DeMarco for that right there. Boogie, where you at? Run them down, brother.
Man, listen. Yo, shout out to the Embody, man. That's my church home, man. Shout out to the whole Embody fam, man. Shout out to my pastor, Rob Patel. Like, listen, hey, shout out to the whole Hater Debate squad. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of the subscribers, because we are not able to do this without you. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all hit that subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Follow us on all social media platforms. Hey, shout out to Miss T. Shout out to BG4 OG in the hood, man. Good to see you, BG4, man, because you know what I'm saying, MVP, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Rest in heaven, you know what I mean? My guy, you know what I mean? Jimmy. Like, y'all inspired me back in the day to get onto the music, and you know what I mean, to try out and to do different things in this content era. So man, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to my man Black, who wasn't able to make it tonight. Yeah. Well, yeah, shout out to everybody, man. Thank y'all, man. We love y'all.
Straight up, man. Outside of everybody that's on the panel, I only got one shout out, and that is to you, all of the viewers. We owe it all to y'all. We still going up this year. We're not gonna do the official launch until June when we started it. That's when we're gonna launch it. That's when we're gonna start everything. We still in count for the episodes. We still in count. We still gonna keep the episodes coming. We still gonna be running it. We still gonna be doing it. And for all I'm still talking, and still
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is hate or debate.
Pulls up 3-pointer.